In today's quick market update, we'll be going over some key levels that Bitcoin is currently struggling at, as well as some potential trade setups. Let's jump right into it. First things first, after the previous market update, I talked about the fact that Bitcoin would likely come and revisit these lows again. We haven't quite got there yet, but we've bounced off this major area of support several times. In my last market update, I spoke about the fact that I think that we could very well go lower during this holiday season. We have once again bounced from this $93,500 mark, but as expected, we are struggling to break the 100K mark. Earlier today, we can see that we did in fact reach the $99,500 mark. Now, I was actually looking at the 100K level to potentially short Bitcoin because I don't think that this support level will necessarily hold. That being said, since we stopped at 99.5, I didn't get to enter that position, and now as we can see on the screen, we are at 97.4K. Over the course of this holiday season, guys, you need to be very careful with trading Bitcoin. I know a lot of people are bullish since this bounce, but I genuinely think that we could resort lower before the end of the year, tapping into this $92,000 mark. And as I mentioned before, if the 92K area doesn't hold, I think that we could be going a lot lower around the 87K mark. Once again, these dips are very normal in a bull market, and their intention is to just shake you out. Don't get shaken out. These are great opportunities to be trading Bitcoin and making some profits as the market is highly volatile. But on the more medium to long-term timeframes, I do think that Bitcoin will go much higher this cycle. This is just a reminder to some of you guys that I am not bearish. Just because I'm looking to short Bitcoin at these levels, it doesn't mean that I'm bearish for the long term. I just think that this retest to lower levels is imminent. And if Bitcoin would have wicked to the 100K level, I would already be in a short and it would be in a ton of profits. As I mentioned, unfortunately, I missed that. But the target for me would be around the 92K mark. So depending on your risk tolerance, that short trade still very much is open. I was looking for higher levels, so I won't be entering, especially as I don't have as much time to monitor the markets during this holiday season, but it's still a potential opportunity if that's something you're interested in. Now, why did Bitcoin see a big initial pump today on Christmas Eve? Well, one of the most important factors is, as we know, we're correlated with the stock market, and the S&P 500 pumped massively today, reclaiming the $6,000 mark. Now that the stock market is closed for the next few days, all eyes are on crypto, which, as we know, is open 24/7. So a lot of opportunity with crypto. Now let's have a quick discussion about Bitcoin dominance. We can see here that, as we mentioned in the previous videos, we were in this ascending wedge, and we have now retested the bottom of this wedge, and it appears to be breaking to the downside. Now, if you remember correctly, this was the first path that we discussed on this channel, potentially touching this trend line and coming to the downside into 2025. Now, I wouldn't be so sure that we don't break up in this wedge and potentially set another high for Bitcoin dominance. It might be a lower high, but I wouldn't be surprised if we pop back up within this range in the next few days as Bitcoin tries to shake out the altcoin market. Guys, this isn't negative. We don't want altcoins to start really rallying now because that could potentially signal the end of the bull market. So as long as altcoins aren't rallying like crazy, Bitcoin is still ranging around before its next move higher. I think that everything looks primed for an amazing 2025 for Bitcoin and for altcoins as well. If I could have it my way, I wouldn't want Bitcoin dominance to start plummeting now because that could be a very worrying sign in terms of where we are in the market cycle. Of course, altcoins would explode, but that would just indicate that the top is very near, which is not currently my base case because I believe that the bull market will likely top sometime in Q4 2025 if history repeats itself. Others Bitcoin, it's been a while since we've taken a look at this one. We can see that this candle is currently red. It's been bouncing around green and red for the longest time. Now, of course, this is the monthly candle and we'll reassess at the end of the month, but we are seeing some initial weakness coming into this previous all-time high from the last market cycle. As a whole, I think that we'll move much higher into 2025 and we should have expected some kind of resistance here. It won't be an easy level to break through, especially without the money printing, but I think that we ultimately do break through it. And the Bitcoin spot ETFs, we can see that we saw massive outflows in the past 3 days. As of tomorrow, the markets are closed, so we won't get much data on this for the next couple days, but I would not be surprised if this outflow continues throughout the holiday season once business days come again. Now, currently, because I think that we will likely move a little bit lower before moving higher, I am favoring shorts. I know that's a risky thing to do in the bull market, but as you know on this channel, we are contrarians, so we're looking for opportunities whether the market is going up or down. And should we pop back up here to 100K, I would would honestly be favoring a short depending on how the daily close looks. That being said, we have to take what the market gives us. But if we did get a daily close above 100K, I would actually be favoring a Bitcoin long towards the 104K level. And just a quick reminder, if you're looking to trade this volatility during the holiday season and make some money in crypto, I would highly recommend you sign up to Weeks, the first link in my description, where you can earn up to $20,000 in bonuses by just trading crypto. Yes, it really is that easy. Make sure to sign up down below. And something that I just wanted to show you very quickly, as you know, I'm super bullish on the Sui ecosystem, and we can see now that the Sui ecosystem just hit $2 billion in total value locked, third behind just Solana and Bitcoin. I think that this ecosystem will continue to grow into 2025, and it's one of the main reasons why I've been so bullish on Sui and any token Sui related. In my opinion, I think there's so much more upside to come for this ecosystem in 2025, so make sure you keep your eyes on it. And there we have it. That sums up today's quick market update. I'm looking for a speculative short position on Bitcoin, but if we close the day above 100K, I would actually be looking for a long, targeting the 104K level. As a reminder, once again, sign up to Weeks down below, first link in my description if you're looking to trade Bitcoin during the holiday season. To those who celebrate, I wish you a very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holidays with your loved ones. If you're not into trading, try to zoom out, look at the bigger picture. 2025 should be an amazing year for crypto. I'll see you in the next one.